What is going on, y'all? Podcast episode 34. This one is 34. I thought last episode was 34, but it wasn't. Hope everyone had a good weekend. The sun's out. It's Monday, February 26th. About 7:24 in the morning on my way to work. As always. Yeah, man, hope everyone had a good weekend. Mine was pretty chill. Didn't do too much of anything. Just kind of relaxed. Caught up on some me time, you know. We did get to go to church yesterday, which was pretty cool. We started going back to church, man, this year, and it just was something that we felt like was good for us and that we needed to do. Man, I can't get this camera angle right. But yeah, man, it was cool. It was nice. Good time. Right now we're talking about relationships, how to handle love, and you know, what it takes to have a successful relationship with your spouse, with anybody, you know. It can relate to anything. And I'm just trying to soak it up, man, you know. My biggest thing for wanting to go back to church is, you know, of course, getting closer to God, but also just like have a deeper connection with my wife. Man, I'm sorry about this camera angle. Here we go. Yeah, deeper connection with my wife, deeper connection with my daughter. You know, it's important for me personally, to get my kid around God, and you know, other kids that are around God as well. I have a personal opinion that, you know, nowadays society is kind of trying to take God out of the situation, or out of society, you know, and you know, it's just something that I don't agree with. And you know, you can call God whatever you want, man. That's totally your thing, man. You know, you can call it you can call God love, you can call God nature, you can call God earth, you can call God the universe, whatever. I just think that there is a higher power, and I want to connect with it, you know. I want to connect with it. And it's important for me to get my family around the connection as well, you know. But yeah, man, talking about relationships and just how to move forward with relationships and not stay where we're at, you know, and get too familiar with each other, because you know, that's the last thing we need is to grow too familiar that we kind of get burned out of each other, you know. That's definitely not what I want in any relationship, really, you know, that's thriving. But yeah, man, I did drop Do It for Reckless, the song, on Friday for my homeboy Reckless. It was cool, man, just to be able to share the song with his mom. She helped she gave the okay on the cover art, which was a picture of Rec in the studio. And yeah, man, it was cool to be able to drop a song for her and for his family, you know. Just kind of letting everyone know my memories of Rec and how he impacted me as a person and as an artist. You know, it was cool to be able to do. You know, I didn't want to force anything, so none of the lyrics were forced. It was all written straight from the heart. It's probably not the best structure song, but you know, it was one thing that I had to get off my chest. You know, I literally started writing it the day after I got the news that he passed, and it was tough, man. It was a tough song to write just because of that. But, you know, I just think it's important to, when you're grieving or just going through it, you know, it's important to just let things out the way that they want to come out, you know. And sometimes when you overly think something, it might not come out the way that you intended for it to come out. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man, hit the gym this morning. I'm trying to just stay at it. If you know me, you know I got the 4 habits that I try to stay true to every day. It's exercise, read, gallon of water, and playing guitar. This weekend, man, I slipped up a few times, actually. It's weird, man. Like, when you slip up one day, that next day is just so hard to get back on track. Even though you've been doing this shit for, weeks before then, consistently, you slip up one day, that one day turns into 3. And that's what happened to me this weekend. It wasn't water or exercise, it was reading and guitar. Like, I think I missed Friday. Friday I missed playing guitar. Saturday I missed reading. Or maybe it's the other way around. Friday I missed reading. I don't know. But yeah, man, for the past 3 days I haven't been able to hit all 4 of my habits. And it does bother me, man. Like, you go to bed and you're just like, damn, I didn't win today, for whatever definition you want to place on that. But the one thing I am learning, man, is just the importance of letting go. And just realizing, like, what is important. Sometimes it's not like those daily habits that are the most important thing. And sometimes you're gonna not hit all these goals, but you have to be okay, and you have to remember that it's still a win. Like, you've already won. So it's still a win. Even if you lose a little bit. I mean, it's the same as like a football game, man. You might give up a couple touchdowns, but if you win the game, you still win the game. Just go back and try to fight and make sure that you go get them next time, But it's still a win. And that's kind of where I'm at. So it is what it is, man. I'm not trying to overstress the fact that I didn't hit my habits for that day, but there's always today, so we'll see. Man, we had a pretty crazy thing happen. And one thing I want to get away from, man, is just constantly like preaching and like trying to spread this wisdom, because it is what it is. Like, it's good to be able to do that, but it's good to break away and just realize, like, damn, I'm an actual human who goes through shit. But my family had kind of a crazy event. Well, not my family, but my neighborhood. And it is an ongoing investigation, so I'm not going to go too deep, but just to highlight, what's going on. Man, last 2 Fridays ago, I was pulling up into my driveway or into my neighborhood and saw like 4 or 5 undercover cops and like 6 police cruisers all outside my house. So I'm freaking out because nobody's home. And I pull in the driveway, just kind of sat there for a minute. Then I remembered the fact that our neighbor, he is a cop. So I was thinking, like, damn, maybe they're having like a like a get together or some sort of meeting or whatever. Didn't think too much of it. Well, we ended up making plans with my brother-in-law to go to the movies that night. And, as we're sitting in the driveway waiting for my brother-in-law to pull up, I get a phone call from my mom saying like, hey, are you guys good? Because next door there was a shooting. And I was like, yeah, I mean, we're in the driveway right now, but there is a shit ton of cops out here. And didn't think too much of it, man. Just knew there was a shooting. That was all I heard. Well, it was one of the neighbors who told my mom that, yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna go. It's because it's still under wraps, and it's not something I should be speaking on. But anyway, man, there was a shooting next door. It was scary. Somebody did pass that was pretty well known around my hometown. And it's sad, dude. It's sad because she was young, she was a mom, and it just seemed like it shouldn't have happened. I mean, of course, it shouldn't have happened regardless, but it shouldn't have happened. From my understanding, the baby was there when it happened, and I think the baby was only 8 months, 7, 8 months, 9 months, maybe less than that, but it just shouldn't have happened. And I'm a little nervous just living next door to where we live right now, because it is under investigation for foul play, and it's my understanding that the party involved is still living over there and not detained. Yeah, man. So it's just been kind of weird. It's been weird in our neighborhood. Everybody's kind of staying inside right now. We went to the grocery yesterday, and the party involved was in their driveway when we pulled up from the grocery store. And I'm unloading all these groceries, and you just have this thought of like, damn, should I be worried? And that's not a thought that you want to have, as you're just at your house. But yeah, man, I just felt like I needed to say that. Like I said, I don't want to go too deep into it, because quite frankly, it is none of my business. The only reason it is my business is because it's next door to me, and my family lives there, including my daughter. And it's just when something happens that's so close to home, you want to be on the watch, because I damn sure ain't gonna let something happen to my kid if I can help it, And yeah, man, it just stinks. It stinks that somebody passed as a result of a shooting, right next door. And I feel for the family involved. In our hometown, I guess they had a candlelight vigil last night. And actually, I just passed the courthouse where they did the vigil, and I actually saw some candles and shit. yeah, man, just unfortunate. Just shouldn't happen. Regardless of what happened, it shouldn't have happened. But yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Sun's out this morning. It's really pretty. It's supposed to be in the 60s. I'll take it. We're nearing the end of February. And yeah, man, getting near to the end. And yeah, just starting off strong. Winding Q1 down. We still got a full month, March, before Q1 is over, but you know, we just want to make sure that we're getting some wins under our belt. Couple announcements. I do have a new song dropping this Friday off our new album, What You Working For, with Young Kai. The song is called Connor Bedard. It is about the hockey star Connor Bedard. We're just excited about it. It's a banger, so just a good way to start, you know, a new month. So, and then the following week, we are dropping the album, What You Working For, everywhere, March 8th. We've been working on it for a while, so it's just going to be nice to drop, man. But yeah, this week, Connor Bedard. Next week, What You Working For, the album. I hope everyone's doing good, man. This was a weird episode, but it's not always going to be normal. That's life. Sometimes we need to talk about what's on our mind and just get it out. And yeah, I just hope everyone's doing good, man. Hope everyone has a good week. Start the week off strong. Finish February strong. It's leap year. Maybe I'll do an episode on leap day or whatever, the 29th. I think it's Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, dude, I hope everyone has a good day. And let's get it. Finish strong, baby. Much love. Peace.